wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. You are watching Life with Ben, exclusively on PTV.
It's Halloween weekend, and here I am sitting in front of my newly put together Christmas tree. A lot of people ask me, why do you put your tree up so early? I ask them, why not? It really stems from putting together multiple trees in multiple places. I'm responsible for helping Arnie and Doug put the villa together, and for the first time this year, I actually had to travel out of town to help put together Christmas at another home that belongs to my family. Megan and her family recently relocated to the Sacramento area. She asked for my help, and how could I say no? She and I worked together last weekend and put together this beautiful scene that you see right here. It's stunning, in my opinion. It's the elegance of simple white light. I love it. But here I am in front of my tree this year, and I'm also helping Arnie and Doug put together the forest at the villa, which will be rolled out over the next few weeks in preparation for our celebration of Friendsgiving the weekend before Thanksgiving. This particular tree has been in the works for, oh my gosh, I want to say well over 25 years. This tree features nothing but items from Disney parks, the cruise line, the resorts. There are only a couple of items on this tree that are not Disney related. One of them's going right by me right now, this little Santa Stop Here sign. I think it's cute and belongs on this tree. Let me give you a closer look at some of the things. I usually have some form of game plan when I put this tree together. And I start with the inside of the tree first, after I've lit the tree. If you look deep inside, you'll see a lot of disc ornaments, if they can come into focus. It's just that there's so much on here, so many layers, that it's kind of hard to capture everything in the form of a video episode or even pictures. But this is how I decorate this tree, with several layers of ornaments to fit everything on. Mr. Toad is a favorite of mine. And I've also kind of warmed up to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. As I was saying, this tree represents everything in the world of Disney that is not a Hallmark ornament. And there's quite a bit here. You can see everything from the theme parks. I mean, here's Figment. Here is a crystal 50th anniversary ornament from Disneyland. This one of the Disneyland Fire Department is a new ornament for me this year. I was really happy to get that from Arnie and Doug when they were visiting the parks back in April and May of this year. I also have this little area that is nothing but Toy Story. I tend not to clump my ornaments together in theme. I'd rather spread things around. But this seemed a little bit appropriate. Up here you have Forky. And down here, you have Bullseye, Buzz, Woody, and Jessie, along with the Toy Story 4 button. I'm really happy with this particular ornament. This is also new this year. My best friend in the world, Sean, got this for me. He sent it to me via Disney, shopdisney.com. And this is Basil of Baker Street. I've never had an ornament related to the Great Mouse Detective, so I'm really happy to add this to my collection this year. You already saw the Santa Stop Here sign that I said that is a non-Disney item. There are a couple of other things on here that are non-Disney that I wanted to feature because they were too special to just keep in a box. This pin is from the Knott's Berry Farm Taste of Boysenberry Festival from this year. Arnie and Doug went there along with having gone to Disneyland. And then they also brought me this beautiful boysenberry ornament. I'm usually not one for glitter, but I'll make an exception for this one. Those who know me really well also know that I'm a huge fan of It's a Small World. I know that's not necessarily a ride that most people would call their favorite attraction at a Disney park. I happen to love It's a Small World. I clumped a lot of my ornaments here for this attraction as well. But I'm really happy with this new one right here. This is another one that Sean got for me from shopdisney.com, and I love it. A lot of anniversaries are represented on this tree as well. This button was from Walt Disney World's 25th anniversary, which is the only time I've ever been to Walt Disney World. 40 years of adventures at Disneyland is very special to me because I was actually living in Southern California at that time. Here's a crystal disc of Disneyland's 45th anniversary and a patch from Epcot's 30th anniversary. Arnie and Doug attended that. And then here you see a medallion from Epcot's 35th anniversary and a button from the 30th anniversary. I realize this tree is mostly centered on Disneyland, but that's because I live in California and that's where I've visited the most. Being that I've only been to Walt Disney World once, you would expect that I would have more Disneyland artifacts on this tree. And here's a really cool pin of Disneyland's 3 big attractions that were introduced in 1959, celebrating the 60th anniversary in 2019. I've spent a number of New Year's at Disneyland too. This one is from the beginning of 2000. This one is Happy New Year 2007. And this button is from the first New Year's celebration I spent at Disneyland in 1993. That's New Year's Eve 1992. This Winnie the Pooh for President button is especially old. I don't even remember where I got this, or how we got it, or how it came to be. But you can tell that it's really old because it does say Walt Disney Productions on it. Nowadays, all you see is copyright Disney on something. And this button represents the theme park that was never built. Back in the 90s, Michael Eisner wanted to build a theme park in Virginia based on the history of America. But the people in Virginia wouldn't have it. I think they'd made the smart move. There's a lot of history and personal memories in this tree. It's a labor of love. It takes me a long time to put it together every year, but I love every moment of it. If you haven't started a collection, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and start collecting. Up here are Christmas ornaments, keychains, buttons, plush toys. Any type of Disney artifact can be turned into a Christmas ornament until you wind up with a beautiful display. This is my tree. Remember, adventure is out there.